Hello and welcome to the programme. Now I'm going to hand you over straight away to Pat O'Connell for the news and sport.
Hello and welcome to this week's LTV News and Sports Desk. I start off this week by informing you that Macroom Tidy Towns, the Spring Clean, will be on again next Monday night, the 19th of April, and this time they'll be meeting at O'Reilly's car park for the, as I said, the annual Spring Clean Up. Everybody is welcome to come along, and on the following week, the 26th of April, they'll be meeting at Dunstores for cleaning up in that part of the town. It starts at 7 o'clock, so anybody interested, would you please come along to O'Reilly's car park next Monday night at 7 o'clock, and it just takes for 1.5 hours. And as I say, it's very important that the whole place is cleaned up and our environment improved as we head into the summer months. Nice fine weather there at the moment, and to be great benefit to all the different areas of the town. Now, the Macroom District Environment Group there will be screening a film called Black Gold. This is a film about the coffee industry, and it will be screened on the Tuesday, 27th of April at 5:30 p.m. in Macroom Library. Also, in the library at the moment, we'd just like to inform you that there's an art exhibition taking place, and this is by the Macroom Art Club. It started last week and it's running right through till May the 10th. The Macroom Art Club, as you know, Derek Mark was the artist in residence there, teaching different people in Macroom area and in Chigeera area about art, and Derek unfortunately passed away 2 weeks ago. So there's an exhibition that's still running here now in the library, and it's in honour of Derek Mark, who passed away some time ago. Now, I remember last year there was a road race took place inside Cork in the City Marathon last June, I think it was, and Daniel Kingston, who's a sportsman here in Macroom, passed away last year, and the race was held, and he's honoured. About 500 people took part in, I think. And this year there's going to be an inaugural Daniel Kingston road race will be held in Macroom, and that'll be on Thursday, July the 1st. This is kind of a preliminary notice now. It'll be a 5k race, and it'll be run under the auspices of the BHA, which is the Business House Athletic Association, and it'll take place at Macroom on July the 1st. The race will start in the square at 8 p.m. And last registration will be 7 p.m. and it will be just around Cooleyhan. Refreshments will be provided afterwards. Entry fee is €5 and €7. And anybody that's interested in taking part, they could contact Fiona Kingston on 087 903 1141, or you can email Fiona at fikingston@hotmail.com. That's the inaugural Daniel Kingston road race taking place in Macroom on Thursday, July the 1st. And I said this race is for serious runners, and it's also for fun runners, and anybody that wants advice as regards training program, the sports complex in the Castle Grounds will also help out. Now, Macroom Flower and Garden Club, they're presenting Spring into Summer. This is a floral demonstration by Eleanor Barrett, and it's taking place at Core House, Macroom, on Thursday the 15th of April at 8 p.m, and all are welcome to come along. That's the Macroom Flower and Garden Club presenting Spring into Summer on Thursday, April the 15th, and it's by Eleanor Barrett. Now, so Clondrohid, the Community Development Association up there will also be holding their spring clean up in the village, and this will take place on next Monday night, the 19th of April, and they'll be meeting the Community Hall car park at 6:30 p.m. Gloves, plastic bags and all sorts of stuff will be provided, and they're asking for help there as well to come along and clean up the village on next Monday night, the 19th, starting the car park at 6:30. Now, we told you some time ago that Clonroad National School were going to be involved in the Credit Union All-Ireland final, and that's taking place on next Sunday, April the 18th. so they're asking you for support. They'll support your local school and see the Credit Union final, which takes place in the Ardness in Dublin on next Sunday, April 18th. Now, over the last week, the Showstoppers group in Thunder, they presented this at the Ritz, and again, we've been told that this was a super show, and that everybody involved in the performance must be congratulated for a wonderful show, which was put on again this year by the Showstoppers group in Clown Droghers. Now, also happening around the Lee Valley for the next week or so, Coachwood Farmers Market that takes place on Saturday the 17th of April, starting at 10:30 and finishing at 1 o'clock in the Coachwood Community Hall. Farm Community Alert, their AGM will take place in the Lee Valley Golf Club on Thursday the 29th of April at 8 p.m. And back in Ballymona, there's a walk to Sharon. This is taking place on Sunday, May the 2nd, and it starts at Delagold, Ballymona at 9 a.m. in the morning. And there'll also be a vintage rally, an auto, jumble and family fun day in Dripsy on Sunday 9th of May, starting at 1 o'clock. Now, this week's sport, Macroom GAA Club, there at the moment have completed the development of a new sand-based pitch in the Castlegrounds in Macroom, and they're now launching a major fundraising drive to finish up this development, which includes state-of-the-art floodlighting and a bridge across the river Salon. They launched the fundraising drive last Thursday night, and we went along with our cameras and we picked up some of the events that happened at this fundraising launch. And I'm here this evening in the Castlegrounds Macroom, the home of Macroom GAA Club, where a fantastic new development has taken place. And with me I have Paddy Murphy, chairman of the club, and Dan Buckley, who is chairman of the finance committee of Macroom GAA. Paddy, first I'll go to you, and you might just give us a small brief of what has been happening in the Castlegrounds and what the development is all about.
Okay, Pat, thank you. I suppose the development is all about really that we want to get an all-weather playing field. The past pitch has served us down to the time for over 100 years. We needed a pitch for the winter months, basically to try and develop all the young fellas around the town. Even though we have the town park over, but this place here really needed an uplift. So this is what the past couple of committees really have done in the past number of years. They've developed this pitch here. We're out here to try and bring more young fellas into the town. We've at the moment starting to floodlight, hopefully before the year is out. That's the project here. Across the water here at the Town Creedon Park, we have two fantastic playing fields there. We're trying to upgrade the facilities in that grounds, and hopefully by next year, we'll have a bridge crossing both parks. That's the complete development of the area. So that's as far as we're going on my side of it. I'll just
before you go, I'll just say to you that in all fairness to the GAA Club, Stephen Gio said it wouldn't fairness to the GAA Club, like it's not just about playing football in Macroom, it's about looking after the Macroom people and the townspeople, because there are fabulous walks down in the Castlegrounds zone. There's also fabulous walks in Town Creedon Park, and that's what it's all about.
Well, because I just have my small little brief on a letter going out with this fantastic brochure, is that it's just for the future, it's for the present generations and for the future generations of Macroom people. And that's what GAA is all about really, and it isn't just alone playing football or hurling, it's about looking after the people of Macroom and the surrounding areas.
Thanks, Paddy. Dan, you're the chairman of the finance committee, and no doubt this development has cost a lot of money.
It has, Pat. When the whole thing is finished, it'll probably be after costing over €400,000. Over the years we've been running different things. We've had Nights of the Dogs and Who Wants to Be Thousand Air, and all that has helped. So we had a bit of a piggy bank put away for the cost of all this development. But we're still, like, we looked at two ways. We looked at continuing and having so many events a year, or we looked at having one really big fundraising effort. And in fairness with John Ryan, they came up with this idea from another GAA club that he had spoken to. And what it is, basically, we're looking for the minimum of 300 proud Macrompians to pledge €5 a week over the next 4 years, or €20 a month over 4 years. And if we can do that, we can raise over €300,000 and clear all the debts once and for all and start from scratch, which will be absolutely fantastic. So we're launching the draw here tonight, and we have the brochures here, and we'll be passing them out to people. And as I say, there's just 3 ways you can pledge €1,000 up front, and already we've actually 10 people have pledged €1,000 up front, so we've 10,000 in the kitty with only a week on. You can pledge or give €250 a year up front, or else you can sign a standing order form for €20 a month, which will be taken out of your bank account. So as I say, the reaction so far has been fantastic. We've only sent out a few forms, and so far they've all been coming back with the standing order form signed. So hopefully we'll get those 300, if not more, Proud Macrompians to support this.
And of course, you were saying, Dan, when all this is finished the club will be debt free, and it'll be back, as I say, I suppose, concentrating on football. But as well as that, there'll be a complete floodlight system bringing out the Castle Grounds.
Oh, it'll be fantastic, and hopefully now, as you said, as Paddy said earlier, at the end of the year we'll do proper floodlighting. The bases are in, the ductings and the whole lot for it, so we'll do a proper floodlighting system, and we'll have a huge official opening maybe in a winter's night next year, when maybe we have Cork Playing Kerry or something like that, which would be absolutely fantastic for the town. I suppose you can look at your Mallas, and you can look at your Cladoves, and you can look at your Clonakilties, and that's all they have. In fairness, they were lucky to be in the position they were at the right time. We weren't in that position, and maybe thankfully we weren't, because we have everything we want. We have 3 fabulous training pitches, 2 of them floodlit. We'll have a super all-weather pitch here, which is 5 yards wider than the old pitch was, and it's a fabulous facility. We have lovely car parking, change room, so we'll have everything a club will want.
So there's full steam ahead with the fundraising.
Full steam
starting ahead. This week.
Starting tonight. It's tough times, but we'll get over the tough times. We'll drive on, and as I say, if we can continue with the reaction we've got so far, I think no doubt we'll get to 300, if not more.
That's John Buckley and Paddy Murphy from Woodjail. Again, thanks for talking to us, and let's everybody get behind this fundraising scheme, and it's all for the betterment of Macroom J. Thank you very much indeed. That's all, sir. Now we also have a bit of good news on the boxing scene. Last weekend in the National Stadium in Dublin, I told you last week there will be 2 boxers going up there from Macroom. There was Christina and Michael Desmond, they're twins, and we know that to inform you that both of them took gold medals in the All-Ireland Boxing Championships last weekend in the National Stadium. So well done to Christina and to Michael Desmond, and also to Macroom Boxing Club and the coaches that are involved in training these young people to this All-Ireland success. That's all I have for you this week. Again, as I always say to you, if you need anything I've mentioned here in LTV1, or if you need anything covered, would you please contact me, Pat O'Connell, at LTV1 Macroom, and the phone number is 087 266 2192. I now hand you over to Ann Dunn, who will give you an update on entertainment and cinema from the Brurry Gap, Macroom.
Hello and welcome to the programme, and here are our entertainment listings for the coming weeks. Of course, we're continuing Friday the 23rd of April at 8 p.m. ITSA Theatre Company present Irish Canon, and I'll tell you more about that next week. And on Thursday the 29th of April at 8 p.m. Louise Morrissey and Friends in concert. At our cinema, Salon Film Society present on Monday the 26th of April at 8:30 p.m. Departures. Well, that's it for me in the entertainment world this week, and now I'm going to have a chat with 4 young men from De La Salle College all about a project that they're involved in at the moment. Now, in this evening's programme, I'm joined with 4 young men from De La Salle College in Macroom, of course, and they're involved in a project, and it's called Formula 1 in Schools. It's a competition that's open to all schools in the country. And the gentlemen I'm joined with today are Ross Crowley, John O'Reilly, Sean Deneen and Cathal O'Mahony. Now, so we'll have to find out a little bit more about the competition. First of all, I'm going to talk to you here, John. When did this start, or when did you find out about it, or how did you find out about it?
Well, I was always interested in cars, and so I follow Formula 1, and I was on the website and I saw this F1 Schools project, and that's really where it all started.
So is it the first time De La Salle has entered this?
Yeah, first time.
Very good. So was the car the only thing you had to do in this project now?
No, there were quite a lot of aspects, from marketing to sponsorship to building our own website.
So Cathal, could you tell us about, we have the car here now, so you might show that to the viewers and tell us a small bit about it. Hold it up there.
It's made out of balsa wood, which is really light wood basically now. And we put it into a machine and it gets cut. Like, you have to design it on the computer using SolidWorks. We have to make our own wheels as well, as you can see. And we put the stripes on to add to the effect.
Well, it's like a Batman car, I think, looking at it. Absolutely lovely. So, why did you choose this name, Terminal Velocity, anyway?
Well,
as you can see by the t-shirts, they are very glamorous.
Yeah, well, it's the scientific term for top speed an object can reach, and we felt this was a unique name, and like that's kind of our only idea.
Yeah. So, how did you find the project? Did you find it very exciting, or how many hours did you have to put into preparation, etc.?
Well, we usually got together most weekends to work in the car, and we had to design posters, and we had to design the car as well in SolidWorks, and you know, we had to prepare like a presentation as well. So, like, we had to put in a lot of hours, but I think it was worth the effort.
So you enjoyed doing it.
Yeah.
So I know you were in CIT on the 2nd of March. That's when you qualified, is it, for the All Ireland finals?
Yeah.
Right. So Ross, tell us now what's going to happen at the All Ireland. Where is it, first of all?
Arthur Griffiths College in Dublin. There will be around 30 teams from senior cycle to junior cycle from all over Ireland. They all compete then against each other, and the winners or the places awarded will be at the discretion of the judges. So
it's not confined just to junior certs at all? No, it's just something you took on yourselves because you had the interest in, as you were saying, in Formula 1. So have you any idea at all what the opposition is like? Were you the only ones that went forward from CIT? Did you see anything else that you will be up against?
Yeah, there was other very, very interesting projects that we saw from other schools that will be going to Dublin, and they were very good, but you know.
And tell me, is it true that this was the best manufactured car?
It is, yeah.
Did you get a prize for that?
Yeah. Basically, it was the most innovative and one of the most, I suppose, aerodynamically efficient cars that were there on the day. So the judges gave us an award for that, which is nice, really.
So that's a kind of a good sign, is it?
Oh yeah.
So listen, anyway, the finals are on
the 29th of April.
So we'll be all watching out for this. So to the four boys, Ross, John, Sean and Cathal, we wish you all the best, and of course for De La Salle College another victory would be very nice, and I'm sure you're going to do very well. So thank you very much for coming in to talk to us, and as I say, we will be watching the news to see if you will get the top prize. Well done.
I think it's only a training. Yeah. So you're right.
So good luck, lads, anyway.
Yeah, thanks very much.
And now we'll take a trip down memory lane to Callan's Bar in Kilmurray.
I was born and raised in Boston, a place you all know well. Brought up by honest parents, the truth to you I'll tell. Brought up by honest parents and raised most tenderly, till I became a sporting lad at the age of 23. My character was tainted and I was sent to jail. My friends, they came and tried in vain to get me out on bail. The jury found me guilty, the clerk he wrote it down. For one crime or another I was bound for Charlestown. They placed me on an eastbound train one cold December day, and every station we passed through you could hear the people say, there goes the Boston Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The Boston Burglar. That song was a hit for Johnny McAvoy, believe it or not, all of 23 years ago. Now here's a song that was a hit nearly for every group every year since then. As I was going over the Cork and Kerry mountains, I met the Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced a pistol and I then used my rapier, saying stand and deliver, for you are a bold deceiver, whishering dum-a-doo-dum-da. Wake ball me-daddy-o, wake ball me-daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Well, he counted out his money and it made a pretty penny. I put it in my pocket and I took it home to Ginny. She sighed and she swore that she never will deceive me, but the devil take the women, for they never can be easy, whishering dum-a-doo-dum-da. Wake ball me-daddy-o, wake ball me-daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Well, it was early in the morning before I rose to travel. There ran men for men, likewise Captain Farrell. I first produced a pistol, for they stole away my rapier, but I couldn't shoot the water, so a prisoner I was taken, whishering dum-a-doo-dum-da. Wake ball me-daddy-o, wake ball me-daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. And if anyone can aid me, 'tis me brother in the army. If I could find his station in Cork or in Killarney, if he'd go with me, we'd go roaming in Kilkenny. I'm sure he'd treat me better than me darling sport and Ginny, whishering dum-a-doo-dum-da. Wake ball me-daddy-o, wake ball me-daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar, and whishering dum-a-doo-dum-da. Wake ball me-daddy-o, wake ball me-daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. How was your old one? Game ball. You. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, applause, or anything they got now. All of God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, applause, or anything they got. Listen to the bass, it's the one on the bottom where the bullfrog pokes in the head. The bottom is smokes and groans with a beatsy tune, and the old cow just goes boo. The dogs and the cats they kick out, where the honey bee hums and the cricket fills. The donkey brays and the monkey days, and the old grey badger sighs. Oh, all God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, applause, or anything they got. Listen to the top where the little birds singing on the melodies and the high notes ringing. The good owl cries over everything, and the blackbird disagrees. Singing in the night time, singing in the day. The little duck quacks and he's on his way, and the otter hasn't got much to say. And the porcupine talks to himself. Oh, all of God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, applause, or anything they got. Listen to the top where the little birds singing on the melodies and the high notes ringing, and the good owl cries over everything, and the blackbird disagrees. Singing in the night time, singing in the day. The little duck quacks and he's on his way, and the otter hasn't got much to say. And the porcupine talks to himself. Oh, all of God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, applause, or anything. It's the song of living, song of living, by the ox and the fox and the grizzly bear, the dopey alligator and the hawk above, the sly old weasel and the turtle. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, applause, or anything they got. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, applause, or anything. The group are, of course, of the Pogues, and this is a song that was written by their lead singer, Shane MacGowan, and it's called A Pair of Brown Eyes. One summer's evening, as drunk as hell, I sat there nearly lifeless. An old man in the corner sang where the water lilies grow. On the jukebox Johnny sang about a thing called love. How are you kids? What's your name? And what do you know? In blood and death neath the screaming sky, I lay down on the ground. The arms and legs of other men, they scattered all around. Some prayed and cursed and prayed, and then they prayed some more. But the only thing that I could see was a pair of brown eyes that were looking at me. When we got back label parts 1 to 3, there was no pair of brown eyes awaiting me. Rove and I'll go for a pair of brown eyes, for a pair of brown eyes. I looked at him, he looked at me, all I could do was hazel, while rain filled the mean sang of my lucid dreams. I saw the streams and the rolling hills where his brown eyes were waiting, and I thought about a pair of brown eyes that waited once for me, that waited once for me. So the road was hell, I left the place, sometimes walking, sometimes crawling. A hungry sound came on the breeze, so I gave the walls a talking. I heard the sounds of long ago on the owl canals, and the birds were whistling in the trees, and the winds were gently laughing. And rove and rove and rove and I'll go, and rove and rove and rove and I'll go, and rove and rove and rove and I'll go for a pair of brown eyes, for a pair of brown eyes. Rove and rove and rove and I'll go, and rove and rove and rove and I'll go, and rove and rove and rove and I'll go for a pair of brown eyes, for a pair of brown eyes. Okay, I suppose you heard the one about the fella that went out shooting the ducks with the parish priest. And it was a very cold November's day. It's dark early around that time of the year. And the parish priest had a flask of hot cocoa to keep him warm, and your man had a bottle of poteen with him to keep him warm. So they were out all day, and they didn't see one single solitary duck. And they were climbing over ditches and tearing the arse out of old trousers over barbed wire and falling into bog holes until about 4:30 in the evening. It was duskus. They hadn't seen a bloody thing all day. So they were lying down inside in a bog hole, and the parish priest was finishing the last of his hot cocoa, and your man was finishing the last of his bottle of poteen. I think Paddy was your man's name too. And so one single solitary duck rose up out of the bog anyway, and the parish priest cocked up the shotgun and fired and missed. So your man that was finishing the bottle of poteen, he was Paddy the Kerryman, I think. He stayed where he was, and he just pointed the old shotgun like a revolver and fired and hit the bloody thing, and it fell. And the parish priest said, "Great shot, man," he said, "great shooting." "There's nothing in it all, Father," he said, "with a big flock like that I could have knocked down 10 or 12. That's only just to give you an example. The stuff I'm going singing about is poteen, and that's what it can do to you. Let the grasses grow and the waters flow in a free and easy way, and give me enough of the great old stuff that's made your Galway Bay. And policemen all from Donegal, Sligo and Leeds from Jew, we'll give them the slip and we'll take a sip of the rail of Mountain Dew. Idle-diddle-dum, diddly-doodle-idle-dum, diddly-doo-di, diddly-di-day. Idle-diddle-idle-dum, diddly-doodle-idle-dum, diddly-doo-di, diddly-di-day. At the foot of the hill there's a deep little still where the smoke curls up to the sky. By the smoke and the smell you can plainly tell that there's punch and brew nearby. And it fills the air with odour rare, and it tricks both me and you. When stroll, you can take a pull or a bucket in the Mountain Dew. Idle-diddle-dum, diddly-doodle-idle-dum, diddly-doo-diddly-dee-dee. Idle-diddle-dum, diddly-doodle-idle-dum, diddly-doo-diddly-dee-dee. Now learned men who use them in eyebrows, your praise is high. That sweet poteen from Ireland green is still from wheat and rye. Throw away your pills for the cure all ills, no a pagan a Christian adieu. Take off your coat and freeze your throat with the rail of Mountain Dew. Idle-diddle-dum, diddly-doodle-idle-dum, diddly-doo-diddly-dee-dee. Idle-diddle-dum, diddly-doodle-idle-dum, diddly-doo-diddly-dee-dee. So gather up the pots and the old tin cans, the marsh, the corn, the barley and the bran. Run like a dipper from the excise man, keep the smoke from rising barley. Mountain breezes whisper low, hear the echo in the glens below. The old cobbines they're on the go in the hills of Connemara. Gather up the pots and the old tin cans, the marsh, the corn, the barley and the bran. Run like a dipper from the excise man, keep the smoke from rising barley. Stand your ground, it is too late for the tall, tall men there at the gates. Jesus, but you're drinking it late in the hills of Connemara. The pots and the old tin cans, the marsh, the corn, the barley and the bran. Run like a dipper from the excise man, keep the smoke from rising barley. Gather up the pots and the old tin cans, the marsh, the corn, the barley and the bran. Run like a dipper from the excise man, keep the smoke from rising barley. Give me an old hand there, folks. Give me an old bit of order. Kevin Lynch, give me an old hand. And let's celebrate with the highwayman, the story we will tell. His name was Willie Brennan, and in Ireland he did dwell. 'Twas on the Kilburn mountains he commenced his wild career, and many a wealthy nobleman before him shook with fear. And this Brennan on the moor, Brennan on the moor, bold, brave and undaunted was young Brennan on the moor. One day upon the highway as Willie he came down, he met the mayor of Cashel a mile outside the town. The mayor he knew his features, and he said, "You man," said he, "your name is Willie Brennan, you must come along with me." And this Brennan on the moor, Brennan on the moor, bold, brave and undaunted was young Brennan on the moor. Now Brennan's wife had gone to town, provisions for to buy, and when she saw her Willie, she commenced to weep and cry. She said, "Hand to me," said, "hand to me," and as soon as Willie spoke, she handed him a blunderbuss from underneath her cloak. For young Brennan on the moor, Brennan on the moor, bold, brave and undaunted was young Brennan on the moor. Now with this loaded blunderbuss the truth I will unfold. He made the mayor to tremble, and he robbed him of his gold. £100 was offered for his apprehension there, but he went horse and saddle to the mountains of Kildare. When young Brennan on the moor, Brennan on the moor, bold, brave and undaunted was young Brennan on the moor. Rock up the year and up on the mountains high, and Calvary and Lindsay take a aid and try. He laughed at them with scorn until at last he said, "Why, in Paul's heart and woman he was cruelly betrayed." Was young Brennan on the moor, Brennan on the moor, bold, brave and undaunted was young Brennan on the moor. Brennan to the crossroads, and there he hung and died. But still they say that in the night there's some to see him rise. They see him with his blunderbuss on in the midnight chill, and all along the King's Highway rides Willie Brennan still. And it's Brennan on the moor, Brennan on the moor, bold, brave and undaunted was young Brennan on the moor. Up!
I joined the flying column, 'twas in 1916, in Cork with Sean Moylan, Tipperary with Dan Breen. I'm arrested by Free Staters and sentenced for to die, for trying to free my country Monterey, says the Galtee mountain boy. When we went across the valleys, we went over hotel tops green, where I met with Danny Lacey, Sean Hogan and Dan Breen. Sean Moylan and his gallant men, they kept our flag flying high. Farewell to Tipperary, said the Galtee mountain boy. Then we trekked the Wicklow mountains, we were rebels on the run, while haunted night and morning, we were outlaws but free men. And we roamed the Dublin mountain as the sun was shining high. Farewell to Tipperary, said the Galtee mountain boy. Now I'm bidding farewell to old Clonmel, where I never will see no more, and to the Galtee mountains, where oft time sheltered me, and the men who fought for their liberty, and who died without a sigh. Oh, may their cause be ne'er forgotten, said the Galtee mountain boy. May their cause be ne'er forgotten, said the Galtee mountain boy. Thank you very much, Danby. Thank you.
That was old Laura Manny. She's my 7-year-old niece. I bet you didn't know I was that old, huh? Okay, I'm going to continue with a song that was written by a man called Liam Riley, who played with a band for years called Bagatelle. And he wrote this song about a lady that came to Tralee a couple of years ago. He must have fallen in love with her. She was the Boston Rose. Now the autumn leaves are falling, and the tourists have all gone, and the children, they have all gone back to school, and my life is as it was before. I work 8 hours a day, but the company still making all the rules. There's a girl in Massachusetts, south of Boston town, she said, and her lovely face is with me all the day. Sure, I met her down in old Tralee, golden hair upon her head. I took her heart and she stole mine away. song we sang all summer in the bars of Dublin town. I can hear it on the factory radio, and the feelings I remember when I hear that simple tune makes me wonder if it really happened so. For we laughed and loved together till the summer days were gone, and she had to fly across the ocean wide. So goodbye, my Boston beauty, until we meet again, and I'll keep the fire burning deep inside. Goodbye, my Boston beauty, farewell, my Boston rose. I'll wait for you, I'll think of you, no threat to you I'll pose. Goodbye, my Boston beauty, farewell, my Boston rose. I wish that you were here, but I know that's the way life goes. And some nights when I'm drinking and my friends have gathered round, well, just for fun, someone brings up your name, and I smile there with the rest of them. Oh, but I can't hear sound. I love you, but to them it's all the same. At nights when I'm alone, my love, you come into my mind, and visions flash upon that inward eye. Then I watch the moon there up above, but I can't hear sound, and I call to you as I go sailing by. Goodbye, my Boston beauty, farewell, my Boston rose. I'll wait for you, I'll think of you, no threat to you I'll pose. Goodbye, my Boston beauty, farewell, my Boston rose. I wish that you were here, but I know that's the way life goes. I wish that you were here, so farewell, my Boston rose. This time we have a request for another great old friend of mine to come up and sing a song, a great character, Richie Murphy. Give him an old hand there, folks. Come on, Richie.
If I were a blackbird, I'd whistle and sing, and follow the ship that my true love sailed in. And on the top of rigging, I there build my net, and pillow my head on his pretty white breast. I am a young maiden, my story is sad, for once I was courted by a bold sailor lad. He courted me truly by night and by day, but now he has left me and not far away. He promised to take me Donnybrook Fair. He'll buy me red ribbon, he'll tie up my hair. I know that someday he'll come back all the time, and then sure he'll make me his body young bride. His parents dislike me, and I would not agree that I and my sailor married should be. But let him deny me, and say what they will, while there's blood in my body, he's the one I love still. If I were a blackbird, I'd whistle and sing, and follow the ship that my true love sailed in. And on the top of rigging, I there build my nest, and a pillow my head on his lily white breast. Thank you.
Would you sing an old chorus with me? You would? No. Ah, Christ. Would you sing a chorus with me? This song is a special request for myself because when I was young and very young, and younger again is right, Paddy, all the girls were stone mad about me, but since I matured a bit, things have changed altogether. Like Yeats said, it changed utterly. And that's why this chorus is especially for myself. I'm fairly frustrated, I can tell you. It goes like this. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. For I have itches in my breeches, and I wish they'd do it now. Would you sing that? Oh, I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. For I have itches in my breeches, and I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I... Great singers, but anything that you're going to do, whether it's drinking a pint or fighting or making love, you should go all the ways. Come on, sing the bloody song. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. For I have itches in my breeches, and I wish they'd. As another man. I was born in sweet Killarney one day when I was young, and that's the very reason why the Blarney's on me tongue. Now the night was cold and stormy, and the rain came pouring down, and the old nurse Julie Carney lived a long way out of town. So me father got old Dunky out, and off went with a crack, and with Julie up behind him, well, he very soon came back. Oh boy, I was such a nice baby that the neighbours did allow. They brought the girls to kiss me. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. For I have itches in my breeches, and I wish they'd do it now. At the age of 10 months final, oh, the likes you never did find. Me hair was black and glossy, and it hung in curls behind. The girls, they used to throw me up and catch me like a ball, but I wouldn't let them do it now, for fear they'd let me fall. Ah, but when I started teething, oh, I'd bawl and make a row, and they'd roll me in their arms like the jizz. I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. For I have itches in my breeches, and I wish they'd do it now. So the summertime did come, me boys, and the bathing did begin. The girls put on their bathing suits, and with them I'd lip in. I'd swim about upon their backs with wrinkles on me brow. Then they'd wash me with the water like jizz. I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. For I have itches in me breeches, and I wish they'd do it now. So they fed me with a bottle in the most peculiar way. They rammed it down me throttle till I had to drink away. Then they'd rock me in a cradle till I kicked up a row. Then they'd take me into the bed with him. Oh jeez, I do too. I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. For I have itches in the riches, and I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. Oh, I wish they'd do it now. For I have itches in the riches, and I wish they'd do it now. Thank you very much. A gentleman asked me for this while ago. It's about a famous ambush that took place at Shanachashel in the parish of Kilmichael. Whilst we honour in song and in story the names of Pearson MacBride, whose names are illumined in glory, but martyrs so long since have died. Forget not the boys at Kilmichael, those brave lads so gallant and true, and they fought neath the green flag of Erin and conquered the red, white and blue. On the 28th day of November, the Tans left the town of Montroom. They were seated in two Crossley tenders, unexpecting to meet with their doom. But when they reached Shanachashel, they very soon came to a stop. For they there met the boys of the column, who made a fierce sweep of the lot. Oh, here's to the boys at Kilmichael, those brave lads so gallant and true, and they fought neath the green flag of Erin and conquered the red, white and blue. The sun in the west it was sinking, 'twas the eve of a cold winter's day, and the Tans we were wearily waiting sailed into the place where we lay. Then over the hills went the echo, the sound of the rifle and gun, and the flames from their lorries gave tidings that the boys of the column had won. Forget not the boys at Kilmichael, those brave lads so gallant and true, and they fought neath the green flag of Erin and conquered the red, white and blue. The lorries were ours before twilight and high over Dunmanway town, and our banner in triumph was waving to show that the Tans had gone down. We gathered our rifles and bayonets and soon left them glint so obscure, and we never drew rein till we halted at the faraway camp of Gronure. Forget not the boys at Kilmichael, those brave lads so gallant and true, and they fought neath the green flag of Erin and conquered the red, white and blue. So here's to the boys at Kilmichael, who feared not the might of the foe, and they fought under bold Tommy Barry and laid all those blackened Tans low. Well, I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues, I have rosin in my pocket for me bow, and me fiddle strings and I've learned. What's wrong with you? I'm well prepared to ramble and must go. Well, there's a decent wintry breeze blowing through the budding trees, and I buttoned up my coat to keep me warm. But the days are on the mend and I'm on the road again, with me fiddle snuggled close beneath my arm. I have a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues, I have rosin in my pocket for the bow, I've learned a tune or two, so I'm well prepared to ramble and must go. I have friends in every town as I ramble up and down, making music at the markets and the fairs, through the donkeys and the creels and the farmers making meals, and the yellow-headed tinkers selling wares. I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues, I have rosin in me pocket for me bow, and me fiddle strings are new, and I've learned a tune or two, so I'm well prepared to ramble and must go. Here's a health to one and all, to the big and to the small, to the rich and poor alike, and foe and friend. And when we return again, may our foes have turned to friends, and may peace and joy be with you until then. I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues, I have rosin in me pocket for me bow, and me fiddle strings are new, and I've learned a tune or two, so I'm well prepared to ramble and must go. All of God's creatures got a place in the choir, some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire, some just tap their hands, a pause, or anything they got. All of God's creatures got a place in the choir, some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire, some just tap. Keep it up now. Listen to the bass, it's the one on the bottom where the bullfrog croaks in the hip, hippopotamus moans and groans with a beat to do, and the old cow just goes moo, and the cat's still out the middle where the honeybee hums and the cricket fiddles, the donkey berets and the pony neighs, and the old great badger sighs. Oh, all God's creatures got a place in the choir, some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire, some just clap their hands, a pause or anything. Listen to the top where the little birds singing on the melodies and the high notes ringing, and the good owl cries over everything, and the blackbird disagrees. The quacksilly's on his way, and the otter hasn't got much to say, and the porcupine talks to himself. Oh, all of God's creatures got a place in the choir, some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire, some just tap their hands, a pause or anything. It's a simple song, a little song, and everywhere, by the ox and the fox and the grizzly bear, the grumpy alligator and the hog above, the sly old weasel and the turtle dove. All of God's creatures got a place in the choir, some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire, some just tap their hands, a pause or when boyhood's fire was in my blood, I read of ancient free men of Greece and Rome, who bravely stood 300 men and 3 men. And then I prayed I yet might see her fetters rent in twain, and Ireland long a province be, a nation once again, a nation once again, a nation once again, and Ireland long a province be, a nation once again. One for the road. A nation once again, a nation once again, and Ireland long a province be, a nation once again. Good night. Thanks very much, boys and girls. Thank you very much indeed. As the man there, he's after suffering with us all night. Danjo Cahill there, our sound and picture engineer. Give him a big hand there, folks. Give him a big hand. Also, a special thank you to Patrick Callan there, who was the producer. Old Paddy. And thanks to everyone. We have to finish up. We have to.
What about poor Dan himself? All together.
We have to leave you and love you, folks. No, you have to draw the line somewhere. We have to leave you. I'd love to, but time's up. Sing the Fianna Fáil, coffin now like Aaron with our soon can cheer the Ronnie Quinn. They both the same can cheer our sheer faster. The over faint cheer on nothing shore. And not the hymns na Barnaby again in clear con bosh nu say the Donish Grail they rock na belay Charlotte Connie our on the beat say home. God bless. Thank you very much.
Which I believe is very nice.
Yeah, well, I hope that you might get around to that sometime. So I think we better let you at what you're better at.
Yes.
So we'll let you conduct the.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for talking to me.
Baby show. Now we come to the baby show, and I have here with me Mary McCarthy. So I would ask Mary, what category is it? The 9 months, 18, or 18 to 24 months?
The 18 to 24 months.
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
What do you think of your chances?
Oh, I don't know. He might win.
Yeah. Ah, well, we'll hopefully. Have you ever entered them before on the baby show?
This baby, no, I haven't.
Yeah. Have you entered another one?
I have.
So you're becoming quite professional at it. Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
He doesn't seem to be enjoying the baby show.
No, indeed.
What's his name?
Kieran Collins.
Kieran Collins. From where?
Tohard and Menway.
Tohard and Menway.
Yeah.
You came all this way into the baby show.
I did, yeah.
Are you hope of winning it?
No, I didn't or something. I thought I didn't hope.
But have you ever entered in the baby show before?
Oh yes, I entered in Menway last year as well, and he got first.
You got first?
Yeah.
Ah well.
And he got first in Tohar last year as well.
First in Tohar last year as well. Well, he should be more content with himself now.
You think he should? Should we get a used to it?
We're still here with the baby show, so what's this little child's name?
John Anthony Relihan.
John Anthony Relihan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything to say? Are you enjoying the baby show? No. Thank you. Had you anyone for the baby show, Eddie?
No, I have not. No. I haven't.
Gone beyond that stage?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we have somebody here with a trophy.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Matthew McDonough.
Matthew McDonough.
Yeah.
You want to see? No, that's not a lollipop. And in which class was he? In the 9?
He came in 9 months.
Not 9 months.
Yeah.
And
He came first.
he came first.
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to enter him again?
Oh, I will, I think.
Well, he's a good
Really
pedigree
nice.
anyway.
Thanks very much.
Terriers now to be entered for the terrier class before judging commences.
What's this child's name? I don't know whether
John Sullivan, yeah.
I feel afraid I don't know whether it's a boy or girl. That's what I say, a boy. That's fair. In what category was he taking part in?
And under 12 months as well.
Under 12 months, yeah, well not, yeah. And how did he fare out?
I don't know.
You're not disappointed?
No.
Had you ever entered in a baby show before?
No.
No. It was your first time, so?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
We should be getting used to it after a while. Where do you come from?
Ballinagry.
Ballinagry.
Yeah.
So we have one from Ballinagry anyway, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll let you go now, so thank you very much for talking to us. At the Westphalia stand here, we have Tim McGlynn with us and 2 different types of slurry agitators. So I would just ask Tim to give you a rundown on each. So Tim, if you would do the necessary.
Okay. On the far side there we have a ZP agitator, which is for a normally conventional slatted tank or an open pit. And on this side we have the ring channel system, which is the system of the future in most slatted houses that are going up today. The ring channel system draws the slurry towards it through the agitator and draws it down one tank and up the other tank. So the slurry is agitated and circulated around the house.
Yeah, and at what price are these retailing at our?
The far one is retailing at 1,400, and the ZQU is retailing, including frame and guide rails, a list price of 17.90.
If so
He's all good. No, the guard, he can't catch him at all. There's no angles. All right. Can I sing my song? No! I bet you cannot even sing. That's why you're not singing, because you're silly and you cannot sing. Will you sing my song? No! I'm going to be very upset. I don't care. Yeah. I've got a beautiful wife. All the girls down there, you in the house, you in the beautiful house there, you cannot marry me. I'm already married. Don't cry. It is okay. I don't mind. You can marry me some other time, okay? Would you like to see my beautiful wife? Yeah. Her name is Judy, you know? Judy. Do you want? We have to call her, okay? Because she is deaf, okay? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Judy! Hello, boys and girls. Isn't she beautiful? Hello, darling.
And we've just left the puppet show where you've seen all the children enjoying themselves very, very much so, and we come here to John Keller Terrelton, who is exhibiting one of his older stock here today, McCormick Deering tractor. So John, what age exactly is that tractor?
1927.
1927.
It was brought into America in 1927.
I can see it was made in Chicago.
That's right, yeah. And tractors were very rare that time, of course, on the land. And that was dear as tractors went. The Fordsons were selling for about £120 that time, and that was about £600, which was dear as tractors went at the time. But it was a crude tractor enough, you know, without the iron wheels and so on. But it
was it effective in its day?
It was, yeah. It was used for thrashing and built work mostly, not so much on the land. The wheels are very unworn. It wasn't used much on the land.
We're told you have many more tractors at home, that you just brought one today.
My partner and myself have about 10 between us, and we take them to Warrenscourt and Upton and the local rallies, Ballygorteen and so on. And
does the maintenance and the upkeep of them now cost a lot?
It doesn't cost so much, it's more the trouble than the cost. It's the trouble of keeping them clean and keeping them dry. It isn't so much the cost at all. And but there's a lot of trouble in keeping them fit to be seen. And
what actually would that run on now when it is start it up
Yeah,
and
petrol. You start with petrol, and you change over. When it gets hot, then you change over to paraffin oil or TBO if you had it, and it has a vaporizer. It vaporizes the TBO, and it burns it as a gas. And it's still quite good on the order. You'll see it in a minute. We'll be lower it. We'll later on.
Yes.
You might be there.
So effectively, in the long run, it runs as a gas.
That's right, yeah.
burner engine.
That's right, yeah.
In the long run.
That's right.
After going through the process.
Yes, the petrol heats it first, and when the vaporizer gets hot enough, you turn off the petrol and turn on the TBO or paraffin, as the case may be, and that vaporizes. Then the vapor is burned. Vaporized paraffin is burned in.
Of course, you have to start with the handle, do you?
That's right. Yes. Oh, that was not starter.
It's not
And
starter.
if you quick turn to the handle, it starts reasonably easy, and provided you're a good man to handle, of course.
Well, they might be difficult to find at times, but still, I suppose we should get into the next, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, we'll move on along here. We might see Pat Burke in action with his
yes,
tractor.
Pat is here with
So,
his
thank you very much for speaking to us, John.
Thank you, too, yeah.
There she blows. And we move next door to Pat Burke Lisardo, who has a Fords and Major here on show today. So, Pat, would you give us a rundown on the Fords and Major and what age is it and all the rest of it?
She's a 1946 model, and it was bought by two fellas up in Limerick, and they trashed for a while with it, and the price of it at him was £365 back in 46.
46. And how did you come by it?
I met a fellow up in from Limerick, and he told me it was there, and I got it, and it was in very bad shape, so I painted it up and brought it to that standard in, like.
But it's...
Oh, it's going perfect. Oh, it is going perfect.
It looks well anyway, but
Yeah.
have you any other tractors?
Oh, I have another one too. I have a 1938 John Deere tractor, three-wheeler.
A three-wheeler?
Yeah, one wheel in front.
Is that right? And that's in working
Oh,
order?
that's in working order too.
And do you exhibit them around?
I do, I take them around to different vintage rallies, like. But yeah, one of them is enough to go out any day, like.
I suppose a bit slow on the road, as they say, but you might be able to start it there first.
I will, yeah,
See
I
what
will.
I'll give it a go. And again in the vintage class, 1936 Baby Ford by Hugh Creedon, very well kept and still in working order. PI 8038, so if you see it on the road you'll know where it came from. Gymnastics display here now at Macroom Show.
Mrs. Cronin, yeah. Siobhan Cronin, yeah.
We have two judges here who were very troubled while ago trying to sort out babies and all the rest of it. So Mrs. Cronin and Catherine O'Rourke. So I'd ask Mrs. Cronin first, have you a lot of experience in this type of work? Or?
No, I'm afraid not very much at all.
How did you get railroaded into that job, so?
Well, how it happened was I have a habit of playing cards, of gambling, and I met Mr. Hickey and he asked me if I'd do it, so I said I'd come along, you know, and do it.
Duly obliged, so.
Duly obliged, yes, indeed.
So, I can't ask that embarrassing question to Carol if she's any
No, I have no gambling habits.
or you haven't any habit of minding babies, or
Oh, no. I have 2 nieces, that's about all.
that's the total of your experience.
That's the total of my experience.
How did you feel you got on this season?
Well, it's very difficult to pick, say, 2 babies out of 10 or whatever, because every baby is beautiful, and it's very difficult. But I think I did okay.
How about you? You felt the same way?
Well, I think that again, my sentiments would be the same, you know, that all babies are beautiful. And everybody's baby is as nice as the next, so it was a very difficult job to do, you know.
Absolutely.
So, for the people that didn't get a prize, I wouldn't say to them to be upset, you know, because...
well, participation in the event is the main thing. Anyway.
That's the thing, yeah. That it was great to see so many people entering and you know, great participation altogether. And all babies are as nice as the next, really. So.
Do you think you do it again?
No, I don't think I do the babies again anyway, no. I don't think I'm qualified enough to do them again.
What about you?
I wouldn't mind. I'd do it away, you know. If people wanted me to do it, I'd do it, you know.
You wouldn't have been afraid of getting a belt of an umbrella or anything from anybody?
Well, I haven't gone out yet, so maybe they're all waiting outside the gate to get me.
I don't think so. It's, everybody was happy with it. Thank you very much for speaking to us.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
Right. There we just had a look at the arts and crafts exhibition and some of the cakes and other produce which was on show here today. So you also had a flower arrangement.
vest, accessories, red hat, red pouch bag and red shoes. Number 6, Mary Mullen from Queenstown. White skirt, white blouse, navy jacket, white hat, navy handbag and navy shoes. Number 8, Rita Hickey from Barney. She's wearing green colour dress, grey hat, and black suspenders. Number 9, Mary Mullen from Raleigh. Raleigh McCool. She's wearing a salmon colour clothes. Ladies have a matching sandals. Is Mary Mullen. And in second place is Mary Murphy Gallon College.
We have here with us the best dressed lady at Macroom Show, and of course, not to be outdone, the second best dressed lady at Macroom Show. So I'd just like to ask first, did you come especially today for this, or have you?
I was bringing a baby to the baby show, so I put on something respectable and brought the hat. Just to
How did the baby do?
Not good.
Well, you compensated for that, so anyway. How will you take your win?
Beautiful, fantastic.
Beautiful,
I never
yeah.
expected to win because there's beautiful style here, but I'm delighted I did.
Ah, well. Is it your first time winning it?
No, I entered 2 years ago and I won as well here.
So you're becoming an old hand at it. I'll just go over here to the second best dressed lady.
Hi.
Hi, how about you?
I'm similar to Mary. I brought my child, but she was eliminated because she was too old for the baby show.
But
So
you
being
are-
Sunday, I was dressed for mass, so brought the hat
You
along.
again, obviously like Mary, wasn't too old for the best dressed lady.
Well, I hope not. I
So,
hope not.
Are you happy with the second
Yeah,
place?
absolutely very surprised. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fine.
great.
Delighted. Congratulations to both of you. Thank you for speaking. And now on to Paul Narragatt Harrier Club and Michael Gallivan here. So, Michael, how old is Paul Narragatt Harrier Club? Does it go back a long time?
Yes, indeed. Paul Narragatt Harriers was formed in 1920, even though it was in existence for 7 or 8 years before that, around the time of the First World War. It was actually established as a full-blown club in 1920, which isn't there yesterday. You know.
How many dogs do you keep now, the club in general?
we have 23 couples. That's about, we have up to 50 hounds at the moment. They'll be starting hunting now when the season opens in October, and they'll be hunting until the following February.
And you would say how many Sundays in the year now would you be out roughly?
Well, we'll be out roughly for 4 months, October, November, December, January, February, 5 months, and about 30 days hunting, at least between Sundays and weekdays and Christmas and that kind of thing, about 40 days hunting, which would, if we take it at 3 or 4 hours a Sunday, about up to 200 hours hunting in the year.
Do you do a lot of this thing, shows or?
Yes, we attend most of the Harrier shows around the country. We have a Harrier show ourselves in Kilmurray every year near the Irish Guide Dogs, and we have great interest in Harrier shows because they bring people together from the hunting fraternity, and it's only all a bit of sport and crack anyway, and most of the shows are for a good cause, so we like to support them as we are doing here today.
You did well enough here today?
We did indeed. We won a number of trophies here today. We won the Bitch Cast with Caroline, belonged to Eileen O'Riordan there. We got second we won the Pup Class as well, and we got second in the dog, and we got third in the Foxhound Bitch, and we got third in the pairs, couples.
So all that you're happy enough with today's performance?
Once you bring home something all the time, you're happy.
And the club itself is in good physical form, it's going well?
It is indeed. To run a club like ours, any average club today, is not an easy thing to do. There's a lot of trouble involved in keeping and maintaining hounds, and keeping them healthy, and keeping the people that follow them healthy, as the man said. And it is a big financial commitment today too. It costs us the best part of, it costs us over £1,000 to run the club every year. So that we're kept going.
I don't see anything unhealthy about the people that are following him around here anyway, so that's really good. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
And finally here we have the chairman of Macroom Show Committee for the second year. This is the 5th annual Macroom Horticultural Show since it was revitalised. And I'd just like to ask Pat, how does he think that it has gone in his second year as chairman?
I think, to look around, this has been, crowd-wise, it has been our biggest year so far. Our stands may be down a bit, but I think they're down everywhere. Our arts and crafts and flower section, all the rest, they are up. Our numbers are up in every category. We were delighted because we were very lucky with today. Everyone, we got great help. I'd like to thank all our sponsors. It is impossible to start naming them because we'd leave out someone. We had so many. We'd like to thank the GA first of all for giving us the grounds, and all our sponsors, those who supplied prizes for the tickets, those who donated to the church gate, and everyone who had anything to do with the success of the day. We'd like to thank everyone.
Well, what are your hopes for the future? Do you intend to build further in the future?
We'd like to think that we could be adding a bit on every year and to improve it every year and do the best we can.
So at the moment all is running tickety-boo and you're happy with it? And
all is going according to plan, and we're delighted with everything, and couldn't be more thankful to the people for supporting us.
Well, I think Pat Murray there appetising all that Macroom Show is about, and indeed it looks very rosy for the future from what we can see here. So with that we say thank you, Pat, for talking to us.
Thanks very
much. That's it for us this evening. I hope you enjoyed the programme. See you all again next week. So good night from LTV1. Ihawa.